This table is horrible.
Smell that drawer.
I just shit on his table.
It's because it's a shit table. I mean, I
This
get
is a
it
great
now.
table.
I wish I knew like a leprechaun voice. I wish I could do
What does a leprechaun sound like?
Irish.
Oh, I forgot they were that.
Well, no, I can't. I don't even
Do it. You
well,
had it.
well,
You
it's
definitely
just
had it.
ridiculous.
You had the first syllable really well.
No, not really. All right, welcome everybody to this week's episode of the Terrible Table Podcast. Chris is a little hungover. We got Travis G in the house. What's up, brother?
What's up? How's it going?
Don't forget talking to that microphone. You're doing a bad job so far. You're very far away from it. I'm busting balls.
Damn it.
No, man, last week's episode went off the rails with T.
It was rough.
I didn't record. Did I record? Okay, it's recording.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
recording
Jesus.
now.
The audio was all over the place. I'm sure my intro was a little.
Your intro was
disturbing.
amazing because you were so pissed.
I was
So we got
so
45 minutes in. We had a perfect pod going. It was the best conversation ever. We found out everything you've ever wanted to know about T. Williams. And then Johnny looks up and he goes, "Motherfucker, I didn't press record." Or it's not recorded.
I'm not gonna. It's got to be my fault. Like, I mean, there's no other. It's me.
I mean, you're the only one in control over there.
That's right. I can't blame nobody else.
He's got a point.
Yeah, no, and I don't know if I set that when I move the mouse, because you can see in the video where it stops. I move the mouse, and the only thing I can think of is it's not like I'm like, let me stop this.
Yeah, let me stop this.
Yeah,
'Cause we're having a
I
good
just
time.
moved the mouse, and I guess maybe I clicked something, make sure I didn't do it again.
I am very aware now. I've looked at that.
That little blue
recording. Yeah, I've
blue
looked at
line,
it
yeah,
at
make
least
sure
20
it's
times
there.
since I've
Man,
walked
all
in.
right. We're going to get into this episode. Travis, what's up, brother? Welcome to the Terrible Table. What do you think about Terrible Table?
It's not so terrible. It's
It's-
actually pretty nice. Yeah, I wish I had a table like this.
Well,
You can for 12 easy installments of $1,347.
I won't have a table like this.
It would be a lot nicer than this. It
Yeah, for
wouldn't
that
be.
price, yeah,
It wouldn't
it
be
would
made
work.
out of. Wouldn't be made out of white pine and hopes.
Dude, this fucking table's sick though.
It is.
How
That's
long
the
did it
original
take
table.
That's the original terrible table.
Okay.
It's a little too big.
Yeah, it's,
And you can't slide cigarettes across it.
That's
That's
not-
why it's terrible.
Not true, but it's true. No, it's just a little. It was a little too big. I need you to sign that before you get out of here too. I keep forgetting to have people do it, and you can only do it once. We're not doing the two thing again because I still can't get it off.
Yikes.
It's all
You
good.
want to paint over it?
Yeah, let me paint over
Just
it.
white.
Yeah,
You can put some stain on it, huh?
no, we'll just sign over it. It ain't a
Okay.
big deal. All right, welcome, Travis. Sorry, we derail very quickly. It happens all the time. I think everybody in here is tired. What time did you go to bed last night?
Oh, probably one.
That's about.
Yeah.
That's
But
a-
it's a Saturday night. Saturday nights, I stay up super late. Every other day, I go to bed at 10.
Did y'all go
Like,
do anything last night?
no, I decided to stay in. I've been doing stuff every weekend for the last 4 weeks. I was tired.
Yeah, and
I
eventually
did.
it wears down. You're like, I just want to sit at the house.
I did, and so I sat at the house yesterday, all day yesterday. I went to the store at Walmart yesterday and got home around noon, and for the next 9 hours, I built a Lego set.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's one of the Lego Technic cars. Like, I'll show you a picture. It's a $200 set, and it was on clearance for $120.
Fuck yeah.
Or
I
at
was like,
Target?
at Walmart.
Walmart,
I
you just
don't
said that-
shop at Target. My wife's black.
I don't know what that means.
You don't see many black women in Target.
No, it's the DEI thing. Target took all their DEI stuff off the shelves, and you're supposed to.
What are DEI things that were on the shelves?
All the black-owned companies, they took off their shelf and stopped promoting them at Target.
Okay.
That's not true at all. I literally saw a shirt there the other day. It says "Thank a Black Woman." I sent you a picture of that shirt.
I don't recall.
The shirt
this.
just said "Thank a Black Woman" over and over, like those grocery bags.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah, it was just a purple. Yeah, they literally have all their black people.
Maybe
stuff.
at this one, I don't know. I just don't go to Target.
Ours is woke.
Every
but
time I go to Target,
everything in Shreveport-Bossier's got to have different.
yeah. Every time I go to Target, I have to go home and have sex with my wife. There's just so many mommies walking around there, dude. I just look at my wife. I'm like, we got to do this now.
Now
like, I got to get
I'm
this
bricked
out of the
up,
way.
honey. Time to go.
Had to tuck in the waistband at Target.
Man, I told you about that skirt that we found.
So
at
that
Target,
big
right?
one, I have a lot
Holy
of Lego
shit.
Technic.
I like when you first introduced that you were building Legos. You said it like you were like, "Damn, they're gonna think I'm dorky."
No,
and we
no,
were
no.
both like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah, no, I don't
I
care.
love Legos.
I love
man.
Legos.
Look, the box said 18 plus. All right, I swear.
When my wife and I first moved in together,
Yeah.
she was pregnant and she was like, "I'm bored." I was like, "Let's go get some Legos." And she was like, "I've never played with Legos." And I was like, "Wait a minute, what?"
I can't wait until I have kids and they're old enough to like have Legos.
You'll get over it real quick because I was the same way. And then somebody bought.
Johnny just gave away a bunch of Legos.
I
Dude,
did. I gave
I
away
did
like
too. Like-
150 pounds of Legos.
I didn't have that much, but I had like those like plastic totes you can buy from Walmart, the
Yeah,
storage
big
bins.
tubs, yeah,
Yeah. So I had like this one was the one with the drawers by Rubbermaid or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I had like 3 drawers full of Legos. And when I graduated high school, I didn't want to take them with me when I moved out, so I just gave them away.
I had a tote full.
Yeah,
Just gave them to a friend of mine's daughter.
that's crazy.
Yeah, Jonah. We've been
Legos
collecting Legos for years. We've given some away or whatever, but
Apparently, you can sell them by the pound.
Yeah,
That's
so
how they, like, it's
Legos
a
are
price per
worth
pound,
more in its weight than gold.
no
which
way.
is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I wish I'd have known that. I just
Yeah.
gave a fuckload of money away.
I told you, like, when you
Dude,
said, I was
I'm-
like, why'd you just give them away? I thought he just put them on the street or something. I was like, I'm fucking coming over. I don't even want them. Like,
Yeah.
my kids, dude.
Dude, I had boat fuselages. Is that what you call it?
I have no idea what you just said at all.
Fuselage.
I don't know what that is.
The main body of the boat. We had 2 of those. There was like 4 airplane like fuselages in there.
Did you have twin towers?
No,
You almost have a disaster right now.
They
You had
crumbled
enough
down
Legos to build 'em,
years
though.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I built a Lego Monjunis one time.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, just
I
took it up there, and my wife was like, "That's stupid." So
I built a working Lego gun.
It shot shit?
Yeah,
yeah.
I shot Lego pieces.
Nice.
My mom made me take it apart as soon as she realized it could actually shoot Lego pieces.
I can't wait to get into your childhood because you weren't allowed to play video games.
You remember I tried to build? I built y'all a cane out of Legos.
What was that cane for?
Your daughter for the 100
Oh,
days
yeah.
or something like that.
Did we end up using that?
No, I think she broke it immediately. You said.
Oh yeah. We got home and it was just done.
Yeah. I mean, it
forgot
was
about
it
that.
was crudely. I did it in 20, 30 minutes
yeah,
with
you're
a
like,
hot
I got
glue
Legos,
gun.
dog.
Well, I didn't even tell you. I just did it, and then sent you a picture. Do I? I'd have to dig for that. That'd take too long. No, I made a cane for his daughter out of Legos.
Because she was doing the old person day, you know.
Oh, yeah?
You dress
Well,
up. Either you put like 100
It's
things on
the
this thing.
100th day of school with my kids has always been you dress up like an old person, like you're
Yeah,
100
yeah,
years
yeah.
old.
So
Yeah.
I just watched that episode of Abbott Elementary. My wife loves that show, and they just had an episode just like that. It was the
Gotcha.
100th day of school, and one of the students dressed up as one of the old teachers. And they're like, "You're supposed to dress up as someone 100 years old." She's like, "I am. I'm dressed as you."
Nice, old bitch.
I remember when my daughter did the 100-day thing that time. So we did her makeup. She looked like she looked like the Crypt Keeper. It was great. Like, she
Jesus.
crushed it. And she looked in the mirror and started crying. She was like, I am hideous. I don't want people to see me like this. And we had to, like, talk her down. Like, she has
Dude.
meltdowns, man. She's so sensitive to everything. And, like, she was just like, everyone's going to make fun of me. And I was like, everyone's going to look like this. And sure enough, she gets there and she was like, I was the best old person all day. And we're like, yeah, we told you. And she was like, I'm sorry. She just threw a fit for no reason. She was so embarrassed to be ugly.
Dude.
We painted. I'm trying to find the picture of him, but we painted Jackson's hair white.
There he
There he
is.
is, right there.
Yep.
I mean, what's up, old man? But that's the cane I made him. Download that and put that in this episode. But I handmade that cane. My wife was like, I can't find a cane.
Does he have a knot on his head right there? On his forehead?
Probably. He fell when he was a little guy, and no, that's he didn't have it. But yeah, my wife was like, I can't find a cane for him. They went to like Party City and somewhere else, couldn't find one, and I was like, bet, give me 30, and walked outside and turned that 1x4 into a cane.
She couldn't find one of those ones like in the over the hill section.
They looked a couple of places and couldn't find one, and I think it was because it was last minute.
Yeah, and
Everybody had swooped him up. So I was like, I got you. He used it. I think sister used that cane on her 100th day. And then there's no fucking telling where that thing is now. It probably got thrown in a toy box, used as a gun. Who knows?
Definitely a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely looks like one.
It's always a gun. If there was a stick
loo-
that
Yeah.
was slightly
It looks
shaped,
like the gun from the first Batman with Michael Keaton that the Joker pulls out. It's got that long ass barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what he shoots the bat wing down with?
Every time I get an umbrella, like one of those long black umbrellas, I use it as a gun. Like still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Playing
Like
with
from
guns are
from
so fun.
Penguin, like
Every
so
time I
Penguin
pick up
and
my drill, I'm
Batman-
like,
yeah. Penguin from Batman had one of those umbrella guns, and then I watched Kingsman, and I was
oh
like,
yeah, Kingsman's dope.
Yeah,
with the,
so-
yeah, the umbrella is
I've
fun.
never seen the Kingsman.
The first
It's-
one's good.
First one's really good. The second one is all right. And then I messed up because the second Kingsman, when they came to America, came out around the same time a movie called Gentleman did. And I thought Gentleman was, I got it confused. And I took my wife and my best friend and his girl to go see Gentleman. And it was not a Kingsman movie.
The
It wasn't
Gentleman-
really that good.
The Gentleman wasn't that good.
Not to me. It was the one that they narrated the whole time.
Who's in that? Do you remember? Is that the one that's got oh Jesus Christ! I can't think of his fucking name now.
I don't know.
That
all
dude
right,
that
all
was
right,
from,
all right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Matthew
yeah.
McConaughey.
Yeah, Matt, he was in it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He-
and it's
he-
like
I
a
think-
drug dealer movie.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's fucking. That's a Guy Ritchie movie. That movie's great.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, they
What's he sell? Coke?
weed. He sells. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey's a weed dealer over in like Europe.
Yeah,
or whatever.
it's all based in, and that's why I got it confused because it was another English.
Yeah, it's a twist and turn. You know how Guy Ritchie movies are. It's
Yeah.
a twist and turn movie. Like you don't see. You definitely. That's one of the ones that it got me. I didn't see the ending on that one coming. It's
And
a good movie. Though.
I might
liked
appreciate it more now that I'm more into movies now, but then it's not what I was expecting.
But yeah, it's definitely not the same.
It's
movie.
yeah, it wasn't what I went in expecting to watch, and that's my fault maybe. Like I confused the two.
Well, I like
Easy
the.
to not know what movie you're trying to see. That's like you go in, you're like, yeah, dude, this is gonna be great. We've all watched the first one, and then go into them and be like, we didn't see the first one of this at all.
No,
I don't know what's going
No,
on.
well, so I convinced my buddy to go see it with me, and he convinced his girl to go watch it, and I convinced my wife, and my wife and his girl fell asleep during the movie.
dude,
It's
And like,
it's not that slow.
no. So my wife fell asleep during Infinity War. I took her to go see Infinity
That sounds
War.
like my wife. She's
and she
just
fell
not
asleep.
interested
So
in
then
it.
when Endgame came out, like when they announced it, I bought 2 tickets for opening night.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, I love you. You're not going.
yeah. Dude,
I
my
mean-
wife sleeps everywhere. I will fall asleep in my recliner, dude. Once I hit that recliner, it's game over.
I used to fall asleep in conversations. Like right now, like I would have a conversation mid sentence and just go to sleep. But
That's
that's
called
'cause, like,
narcolepsy.
yeah.
isn't it?
That was
That's
the
the
sleep
issue,
apnea.
Yeah, that was sleep apnea. That was
Oh, that's right. We could talk about that. You lost, and if you want to, you lost a lot of weight, right?
yeah. I lost 150 pounds so far.
How long has it? How long has your journey been going?
15 months.
What made you decide to start
pounds a
that?
month.
Other than your knees and your ankles.
The real reason, mostly health. Couldn't really breathe. Like
Yeah.
I was waking up with massive headaches every morning from lack of oxygen to the brain, and I refused to get a CPAP.
Fucking pussy. Fucking worrying about his health.
The self-conscious reason is I couldn't have sex. Like so serious.
Like just couldn't.
just
Or it's
could
too much
dude,
work.
It was the amount of energy it took to keep it up and like, keep going
Yeah.
was just, it was 2 minutes.
I mean, my dick would work, but my eyes wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to pick what was gonna have blood in it.
Yeah. Which
Shit.
head was going to have blood?
I can
And-
fuck, but I can't feel my hands for 45 minutes afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know if
So
that means you have a big dick or you're fat, but
I was just really fat.
Bad
much blood
circulation,
going.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
Do you mind me asking how much you weighed?
right at 400 pounds.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Were you big your whole life, or it was
No,
like-
no. I was actually, so in high school I did cross country.
What?
Yeah, I'm so serious.
He
I was,
rolled everywhere.
Yeah.
They had to
He
push.
was
him.
small.
I was on the wrestling team my freshman year of high school. I weighed 138 pounds.
Damn.
And then I did arm drill team for ROTC. I did marching band, which is very, like, you got to be
I was in marching band.
in
I
decent
get
shape
it.
to do that.
My fat ass. What is that? It's a common thing here.
Yeah.
Fat fucks in marching band.
Hey.
Guys
I was
love marching band.
I was a fat fucking marching band
well, you
too.
were fat.
I wasn't fat.
Yeah,
no,
no.
the most I ever weighed throughout high school was 190. Like, maybe
Isn't crazy.
200, but
Which is chubby.
And you're what?
Yeah.
Right,
But you're what?
crazy.
4'3"? Is that no?
and I don't know, dude. My parents would like every time I would get seconds at dinner, they would poke fun and go, "Oh, you're getting a little tubby there, doughboy."
Dude, that's crazy for a parent to do.
Yeah.
That is. This is a therapy session now. We're gonna get into the weeds, buddy.
Oops, sorry.
That's crazy work. From
The
a parent.
traumatic table.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Terribly
So I don't know,
traumatic.
dude. I had 32 size pants.
Jesus.
It was just small.
So what was like? Was it like a depression spurt?
I don't know because like so I graduated high school. I moved out. Lived with one of my best friends at the time.
Did you go to college?
No,
Okay.
no. I my goal was the military. Like
Oh, okay.
ultimately, throughout high school, I did
They
art.
wouldn't let 400-pound guys in.
Well, you weren't 400 pounds then.
No.
You
So
guys-
in high school, my whole goal, like my whole plan, was just go in the Air Force. Like that
Really?
was in goal. And that's
he worked on his and everything. I'm going to the Air Force.
yeah. No, that's Navy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I went to the recruiter, and they're like, "Okay, cool. So you got any allergies?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a shellfish allergy." They're like, "Really? How bad?" I'm like, "Anaphylactic shock bad." And they're like, "Really? When were you diagnosed with it?" I was like, "When I ate 3 pounds of crawfish 2 summers ago." And they're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Dude, you can't go. You can't."
So you're super allergic to that. So it
Super.
recently happened. Then.
Yeah. So junior year of high school, I found out I was allergic to crawfish.
And you had shellfish before then, huh?
I never really liked the way it smelled, so I just kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
stayed
Then
away
you saw
from
the
it.
crawfish bowl and it's like, all right, maybe I'll
No. My dad said that's all we're eating today. Like either eat it or don't eat. You know, that's how my dad grew up. It was you eat what's for dinner, or you don't eat at all.
I don't know if that's a bad thing to do to kids, but we do.
Well,
it.
when your face is swelling up,
well,
Yay! So
eat this or fucking
you're
go
gonna finish that or I'm gonna fuck you up.
so we didn't know at the time I was allergic, and I was eating it, and my lips started tingling. My dad's like, "Oh, that's just the
just the
seasoning."
spice, yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
just the
what I was
spice.
Yeah, they do it good over there at Shavers.
Yeah, so then I keep eating, and then like I can't breathe, and I collapse like to the ground, like
shit.
trying to catch my breath, and my mom freaks out and rushes me to the ER, and so about 3 years prior to that, I went to the ER because I sliced my thumb open carving a pumpkin. And I wasn't allowed to carve pumpkins ever again. But I'm sitting in the ER, the same ER
parents.
waiting room, with my hand above my head like this for like 3 hours waiting to see somebody to get stitches. Blood going down my hand and everything. When I went in, couldn't breathe with anaphylactic shock. They're like, "Can he breathe?" And my mom, "Does he look like he can
No,
breathe?"
yeah, he's purple. He looks like the
Send him to
blueberry.
the back immediately. It got hit up with an EpiPen, started dozing off after the EpiPen. The nurse freaked out, hit me with another one, and I completely went to sleep. I don't know why,
Isn't it
but
supposed to give you like a
it's
little bit of
100%
adrenaline?
supposed to
so,
like
yeah.
pump you up.
What the fuck?
Don't know what it was, but I went to sleep, woke up feeling
Dude does
fine.
coke and takes naps.
Good night, y'all. That's his. What are that stuff you take for sleep? I can't think of the name. It would have been a funny joke if I'd have just hit him with it. But
Melatonin.
melatonin. He's snorting lines of melatonin.
Yeah.
I just had a weird feeling.
What do you mean?
I think I'm having a panic attack.
This just got weird.
Yeah.
I think this is because my sugar's high, because we just had Whataburger, and I decided the barbecue chicken tender sandwich.
For breakfast, that's breakfast champions right
man,
there.
heck
That's
yeah.
a hangover breakfast.
Hey
if
man,
you ever needed
look,
one.
man, I cannot lie to you. I did not get this way by not eating fried chicken for breakfast.
So good.
Yeah,
This is true.
Man, so good.
Especially
Yeah.
if you have some leftover from the night before.
Gas
Man.
station chicken strips on the way to work are fantastic at 8:15 in the morning.
Dude.
And for whatever reason, the gas station sells them. I guess it's because they know fat fuck is going to come
Well,
in here and get a 3-piece and some tenders.
What gas station?
Depends on which one. So the
Whoever.
Yeah, it depends on where I'm at. So what was the my office used to be down here on 70th on the way to Jimmy Davis Bridge.
Yeah.
So it was that Sitco or whatever right there at 70th and Uri that I always stop at, and they have like chicken tenders, fried chicken tenders every day, and then they have these bullshit wedges, potato wedges. But I'd get them
70th.
And I'd eat them.
I
One of
need-
the raw sparking.
I need KFC to bring back potato wedges.
Yeah.
at the corner. They used to have that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Do they
is.
not have 'em?
No.
No, they do. They have
changed
crinkle
their
cut fries.
Crinkle cut fries are such bullshit.
Dude,
I mean, I need it to live right now.
crinkle cut fries are fantastic, but they're
the best fries, because I don't consider potato wedges fries. They're separate.
chunks.
but those
Yeah,
potato
yeah,
wedges
but-
at KFC were off.
They were the only place you
chain.
could go to get them that good, right?
Those are so
But
good.
my favorite fries are battered fries.
Beer batter fries.
Maybe not beer. I don't know. Like
The ones that have that like crunchy on
yeah.
top
So
of the crunchy.
Popeyes has battered fries, and they are
Popeyes
my
fries
favorite
are so fucking
fast
good.
food chain fries.
Checkers are my favorite.
Checkers are really good.
Checkers are my. I love Popeyes.
Arby's
but
is only in business for their curly fries.
not true.
You say that.
Their crinkle cut fries are better.
Really? I don't know, dude. Those curly fries.
I love curly fries, but man, I love me some crinkle cuts.
Crinkle cut fries hold like whatever you dip them in, it like holds it really well because it has almost a shelf to like grab a hold
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
It's like little fingers just grabbing onto it.
Dude,
Yeah,
my
but
jam is a steak on top of any French fry. You take a steak, like say you're getting your steak to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I get my steak to go,
You move it.
I open it and I put the steak on top of the
Let all the
fries and then
juices.
close it. And as that steak rests, all those juices just soaking those fries. I'm so fat. And
You know who has good fries, but
so
not
fat.
to go? Wingstop.
Oh,
Wingstop.
Wingstop's
Yeah.
fries are so good.
We used to eat there at least once a week. Like me and my buddy, we'd just get really high and go eat at Wingstop. And
I
it's
used to
so
work there.
good there. But to go, they put it in that fucking tin or whatever it is.
that
The steam.
that
I know the
condensation in the
secret.
steam.
That's the secret is you put the fries in a separate bag. I used to work there, and that's how I used
You
to.
worked at
'cause-
Wingstop?
Yeah, a long time ago. And that's how I used to do my shit is I would put the wings that are steaming like crazy
Fucking hot as
and
shit, yeah.
together, and then the fries would be together in a completely separate bag.
So as someone that worked at Wingstop, let me ask you this. Why the fuck can't they get it together on the time frame?
That's a new thing.
It is 45 minutes no matter
That's
every
a new
single
thing.
time.
Because
Like,
let me
Yeah.
tell you this:
and it
it's
always says 20 minutes.
it's 9 minutes to cook wings,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you're not cooking more than I think you can cook 50 at a time in those baskets.
Yeah.
So one serving.
Yeah, there you go. That's very nice. I like
So an
that. Yeah,
appetizer,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So what about your order?
So what did you want?
What about the other half of my order?
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, it's like 4.5 minutes on the French fries, maybe 5.5 minutes on the French fries.
About a 20-minute setup to.
No, I mean the way we were taught is you start cooking wings, and like if the phone is ringing and somebody's taking an order, and I've got somebody placed a 10-piece, somebody's got a 20-piece or whatever, I'm waiting on that phone call to get done before I drop these,
In case
so
they
I
get another 10 or whatever.
so I can drop
To
the
make
10
it.
more, right? And then when it gets down to 5 minutes, I drop the fries. You know what I mean? And I know that, this is a large fry. I got 2 large fries, so I need at least this much in that bag. Okay, I got 2 large and a regular. I put that much and I drop them. And now everything comes up and you just talk, man, it should not take more than 20 minutes no matter how fucking busy they are. It should not take
I
more than
think
20
what's
minutes.
fucked up a lot of restaurants is online shit. Orders directly through. I think it has fucked up a lot of the time frame on things because they're like, fuck, now we got to get that or we forgot about that, so now we have to push someone aside, shit like that.
That's a lot. If I were to ever go back to fast food, I would go work at Panda Express. They start you off at $16 to $18 an hour.
Shit, McDonald's isn't bad right now. It's like 15, something
That's-
like that. I mean, I got friends right now.
There's
that
a
aren't
lot of
making
places that say we start off at, and then when you get in there, like it's $11 an hour.
Oh,
Really?
so yeah, that's true. But I know multiple managers at Panda Express, and that part is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that
Yeah.
it's not like Panda
But
Express
no,
does.
I've had multiple job interviews. Like I went and interviewed at Verizon one day, just because the only experience I have, honestly, is sales experience.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I can do is talk to people.
You're not even that good at that.
I know,
You just
right?
Look
I'm-
how bad
I'm
this podcast is
really
going.
bad at that.
You made Chris sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. So I went on this Verizon interview, and it was a new store manager. He's like, "Bear with me. You're the first interview I've ever done.
Yeah.
I just got promoted to store manager, and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So online, when I applied, it said $18 an hour. He's like, oh, so it's actually $12 an hour plus commission. And if you hit all your goals, you'll make 18 plus an hour, when it all comes out. I was like, okay, cool. So how often is this store hitting the goals?
Yeah.
Like,
You asked him that?
oh, 100%. I was
love
like,
it.
I was
And
like, so
that threw him off as a
it's-
new hire.
'cause he
no,
has no
100%.
idea.
I was like,
Yeah.
so how do y'all measure success here? Is the goals based off of the store volume, door swings? How busy is it? Is it more busy on weekends versus
Yeah.
weekdays? How many employees do you have? Oh, 2? Cool. How many times in the last 3 months have they hit their sales goals to bonus out and get that average of 18 an hour? I don't even know exactly how much they made, but how often were they making 18 plus an hour in the last 3 months? And he's like, oh, well,
We'll have to get back to you on that one. We'll have to
He's
have
like,
my
I feel-
secretary get back to you.
Yeah, and then after he's like, I see all your sales experience, and you seem like a really good fit for this job. And I was like, I mean, I definitely qualify for it,
I'm
but
qualified. Are y'all qualified for me? Though?
yeah,
Like,
honestly, I felt like I qualified for his job.
yeah, that sucks for that dude because like
He didn't call me back.
I've never been to an interview to where I wasn't needing a job. I say that. Like the last job I had, I didn't really need to change jobs, but I wanted to. But like everyone before that, I was like full panic mode. Whatever the fuck you'll pay me, I'll take. kind of
Yeah.
thing, like
I've been in that situation. I've also been in situations to where I interview just to interview because it's a skill. And if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
So I like to interview for BS jobs I don't even want, just because like I'm not nervous about them, and then that way when I do interview for jobs I do want,
it's not such a hassle
it's-
on your head.
yeah.
I'm just a fucking natural. I just go in and I'm like, hire
I'm
me or
so
done.
bad.
And then I go down on the guy. I mean,
Backroom casting.
yeah, hired.
I am so.
no. He's too teethy.
That was a horrible blowjob. I'm out. I am so bad at interviews. Like when I worked at Cintas, I had a couple, and it's really like the corporate interview shit.
Yeah.
Like when I interviewed at my current job, it wasn't like I was hired before I got hired, because the dude saw me at Loco Fest and then heard I was looking for a job because I knew Dakota, and he was like, "Yo, I got my boy," and he's like, "That's that dude that runs the comedy shit," and he was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I saw him. I want that motherfucker here," and so I was like, "Okay, cool." And the GM there, her daughter is dating my wife's little brother, and they've been dating forever. So she was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll take him." And then my dad's job is one of our bigger customers, and the owner was like, "If he's half the worker his dad is, you'd be fucking up to not hire him." So like it was just like walking in, I was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, "Cool, when can you start?" So that was pretty dope.
Yeah, corporate interviews seem to follow like a cookie cutter path.
It's like,
they're
name a
like,
time.
name a time where you felt disappointed in yourself. I don't know. The last time me and my wife fucked. Like, what are you talking about?
They do that weird shit.
Tell us one thing that you could do better in life. I don't brush my teeth more.
dude.
Like, fuck you.
I hate when they
brush my
ask
teeth
you
this
like
I just rinsed.
name a time that and then give some weird ass scenario that you've never thought about, and you got to like come up with one.
Yeah,
on
what
the
would
spot.
you do if you found one of your employees masturbating while they were stealing money out of the register? I'd give them a hand.
No,
And the money or the
Yeah.
or the dick.
No, just leave it at that.
So,
You know,
so I was in an interview one time, and I got asked, "What would you do if you overheard a coworker divulging confidential information to someone that isn't in the company?" And I
Excuse
was,
me, sir. That's not my business.
I'm no fucking rat.
the correct answer is
Snitches
tell
get
a manager.
stitches.
Yeah. Well, dude, like shit like that.
Depends
is
on
so
how much you
weird.
pay me an hour.
Yeah. How much do I give a fuck?
Hey, what's
about
my
this
job title here?
Yeah. It's so weird when they like name a time where like you had to overcome a customer's objective or like
Yeah.
shit like that. And it's
Like, how do you handle multiple customers at the same time? Like,
Yeah.
Y'all line up. You two shut the fuck up. What do you want?
Well,
That's when you just get outrageous.
I mean, you
with
have
it.
multiple holes. I mean,
yeah, dude.
Pretty good. I got 10 fingers. I can fill a bunch of stuff.
when I interviewed for Cintas, like I straight up walked in and just started bullshitting with the guy, and he said within like 5 minutes of talking to me, he's like, "I knew I was going to hire you because you just had the personality that we needed." And he's like, and he started asking questions, and I just looked at him. I go, "Hey man, I've been selling cars for 6 years. I'm not good at this interviewing shit. This corporate world's a little bit different than what I'm used to, so I'm just letting you know." And I was like, "I'll be good at what I'm going to do, But please don't base it on this interview because it's not going to go well.
Well, you're good at selling cars, but you're not good at doing interviews. That's all selling cars is, isn't it?
No,
It's just a
selling cars
interview.
is just building rapport with people.
Yeah.
You sit there and talk to them, make them love you.
Then
Buy
what
him
you do in
lunch
an interview?
sometimes.
Not when it's like the customer's not asking me questions like,
What you do in an interview like that is you just ignore their questions, just answer it completely different. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Look, honestly, green is
Nah.
my favorite color. I think I look good in blue. It brings out my eyes.
makes
I
my
really
eyes
don't
pop.
like New Balance.
if you have these, don't take the serious shit.
Yeah,
They look
no,
great
yeah,
on the
the
arms.
fucking sleeves are great. Yeah, no.
Arms and chest.
I'm
back
really
there.
into these on-cloud shoes. I got rid of the Nikes. You know, no, I said, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh,
Again, plain and dry is how I like my sandwiches. You know, just go.
That's just weird.
Just go completely. What's weird? Plain and dry.
Yeah.
I bet you don't like ketchup on eggs either, do you?
I do eat ketchup on my eggs.
You
My
don't.
wife hates it.
I don't like ketchup that much.
Man, I love ketchup on scrambled eggs.
I did fuck with some spicy ketchup at Whataburger.
Oh, now we're getting to the.
The sugar's high.
So,
That's definitely
Did
what
you
it
test your sugar?
is. No, I don't have a kit with me. I'm all good. I'm not going to die. I'm just going to have a
I mean,
panic
if you
attack
do
for
die,
20
I'm just going to
minutes.
roll you up on that carpet.
You'll call an ambulance. Get a hot bitch over here again.
Man, there's a brunette that's out.
No,
off of,
I really hope it's some,
Forno
like,
Lucas.
Not attractive person at all, giving you mouth to mouth, and I'm gonna record it.
I got
That'd
a,
be cool.
I got
Yeah,
an
the
onion
death
in
of
there
Chris
for them.
Luger.
They can take a
Yeah.
bite of.
An onion.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
to kiss
take
me with.
yeah to give you
We
mouth
act
to
like
mouth.
you're acting like they're just kissing me. They're giving me life.
I've
Can
actually
you
got.
imagine?
Blah,
can
Wake
you-
up! Blah, 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 blah.
Imagine getting onion breath straight into your
Mouth.
fucking mouth, like into your lungs, just straight onion mouth.
I'm married. I've been there.
but not
I
just.
know what that
no
is.
one's breathing into your face, into your mouth.
I'm married with kids. Kids breathe in your mouth.
Dude, yesterday my oldest sneezed in the bathtub. She was complaining because she was like, "It hurts right here," and I was like, "All right, you're congested. Let's go get you a hot shower or whatever." So I just got her a hot bath run. She's like, "I feel better," and then reared back and sneezed, bro. Just a bubble first, and then just snot all the way down. And I don't do snot. I can change shitty diapers. I can deal with vomit, whatever. Bugs, dude. I almost threw up on top of my daughter. And
Oh, wow.
it was rough.
You know,
I was-
the only time boogers bother me is when somebody eats them.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That bothers me
No.
to know. Like last night, I looked back. We were driving home, and I looked back, and Jonah was doing this, and he was like, "What, Dad?" And I was like, "If you eat that fucking booger," and he was like, "I was just scratching my nose."
First of all, I wasn't
And
going to eat it anyway.
Yeah, my wife was like, "Dude," because I just reacted. If you eat that fucking booger,
Yeah.
and she was
You
like,
know what?
"Stop-
I'm gonna do it now. Anyway.
Stop cussing your son out. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Dude, if I caught my kid eating a booger, like, they're not my kid anymore.
Oh, dude.
Dude, so
Ugh.
I was laying in bed one night.
Eating boogers.
Yeah.
My
Just eat my
boogers.
bugs.
Yeah,
Eating
just
bugs.
eating my bugs.
Have a snack.
And I had to sneeze, and I couldn't roll over fast enough because I was like cuddling with my wife, and just sneezed right in her hair.
Black women don't like when you touch their hair. I can't imagine what they do with snot in it.
It wasn't good. I'll tell you that.
You
Like,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Come on now.
Which is crazy. That's crazy work. Like,
excuse me.
no, you're good.
Thank you for choosing On the Go Delivery. This is Johnny. How may I help you? And back to the action.
Hell yeah.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Had to
Had
handle
to,
business.
had to work.
We
We gotta get better at this. We're terrible at this.
That's okay.
No, it's not.
It's fun. I don't know if it's good listen, but
It's
it's a fun
definitely
hang.
not. Clearly, it's not good listening when our retention is like 3 minutes.
Is it 3 minutes?
Something like that.
That's
It's fucking
crazy
low.
work. That's crazy work right there.
Man.
Damn. I'm just over here every Sunday hungover for 3 minutes to get watched. I'm taking time away from
I
my
s-
family for
I
this.
said I process these videos to make shorts and watch the shorts, and I'm like, what the fuck were we talking about?
There's not a single short out of this episode. Unless it's just me going, I think I'm dying. I thought I was going to black out earlier. I don't know what happened, but everything just was like, yeah. And you were like, are you okay? And I was just like, yeah, I'm not a pussy. Let me go outside real quick. I don't want y'all to see me die. But I knew you were watching the camera. I was like, he's going to come get me if I fall out.
Yeah, I was watching for you.
Yeah,
seeing
like,
what
let's
was
see if
going
Chris
on.
is
So is he standing up? No.
Yeah, it was
I'd be
cold out
okay.
there, and I went and just stood in front of the fan.
I
like-
saw that.
Yeah, I was just like,
I was like, why is he in the? Oh, the fans.
yeah.
Because both of them are on right now.
We
aren't
did
they?
learn about Travis. I will say this.
We did. I'm just talking shit because
You know
we're
what's
not
funny?
good at this at
I
all.
realized this about Travis, which I didn't know. Travis, I think you grew up pretty trashy from the sound.
What?
From
No
the sounds
fucking
of
way.
the life.
That's not even like the craziest shit though. That's the
Well, the fact that like Dude, the PS4 while you have a GameCube is diabolical.
Yeah, that is pretty fucked up.
Dude, a PS4 came out after I was in high school.
That's like your dad getting McDonald's, but making you a Hungry Man meal, like a
Not
kid's
even a
cuisine.
Hungry Man. He's giving you a hamburger
Ramen.
meat, no
Ramen.
season on bread.
Yeah,
White to bread.
Enjoy it. I've got this Big Mac.
No, he's going to the steakhouse, and you're going to. You can have my leftover
I guess that is the
ketchup.
difference because GameCube's. Yeah, I guess.
But
that is.
GameCube might be one of the sickest things ever.
Be honest with you. I mean, okay, so like, I wasn't the best kid,
Yeah.
obviously. And my stepdad went from having no kids to 3 teenagers, like off rip.
Oh.
So like
Shit, that's a bold move by the pops.
yeah. So like,
That's a good dude.
yeah, I don't think he understood quite how to step into that role.
Yeah.
And it took him some time.
Did
And
they
like
have-
we've reconciled. They live. My parents live in Oklahoma now, and I went up there to visit him, and we sat on the balcony for like 3 hours and just talked about stupid shit. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't the best kid to deal with. I wasn't the easiest. And with that being said, you weren't also the best decision maker as a father, but you went from having no kids to 3 kids overnight. He's like, did I make the best decisions? No. Would I change any of it? Not at this time, because that made us who, like, we were able to grow from it.
Yeah.
So like, we've reconciled a little bit, but it's one of those things in the moment.
You can take that, what you saw from him, for when you become a father, because y'all do want to have kids eventually, right?
Yeah. And we talked about it, and I mean, we've been together almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
So we've definitely talked about kids and how we are making sure our parenting styles are aligned. And
They won't be.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
definitely
Well,
won't
it's like
be.
me and Johnny have told many people, it's not hard to be a dad. It's hard being a mother.
Oh yeah.
Being a dad, you just got to be there, Bubba. And that's what your stepdad did. He was just there. Like, fuck it, I'm here. I signed up. These are my kids now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just part.
I mean,
that's
at the end of the day,
90% of
he
it.
did way like 1,000 times more for me than my biological dad. I haven't spoken to that man since I was like 4 years old and 5 maybe. And on my 21st birthday, my little brother had no idea what to the full extent what our real dad had done
Yeah.
and why he wasn't in our life. And so he added him on Facebook when he turned 18. My mom kept us away from him. When we turned 18, she's like, if you want to have a
If
relationship
you want to go
with him,
talk to him, yeah.
yeah, but so they're friends on Facebook, and my brother makes a post on my 21st birthday saying, "Hey, happy birthday to my older brother, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
whatever." He's gonna comment, "Happy birthday,"
Your dad?
my real dad, and I was like, I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, you don't have any right to make a post on or comment on someone else's post about me, like you know me. You don't know me."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're right. I should have messaged you privately or something like that. But you're my son. You always will be. My blood runs through your veins, and it is what it is." And I'm like,
Go
fuck
fuck
off.
yourself?
Yeah. Like, I used to carry so much anger around.
Yeah,
And like
about
when
that.
about it, and I told myself, like, if I ever saw him, like, I would like beat his ass up or some
Yeah.
shit. I kind of just let go of all that bullshit because it's just not worth it, honestly. Like,
You're preaching to the choir right now.
Yeah.
Johnny has to get on my ass about letting hate go.
yeah, dude.
Just let
so
that
it's
shit
it's,
go.
Let it go,
Bubba.
man.
it's
It's just affecting you.
yeah, and that's
Fuck.
what I've
Big
gone
brother
through.
again,
Life.
coming in with the knowledge.
So I talked to a buddy recently who's going through some rough shit right now,
Yeah.
and me and him got dinner, and I was like, "How's it going, dude?" He's like, "Not good, to be honest." And we got to talking. I was like, "So at the end of the day, you can only control how you feel and control how you accept things, right? How you react to things." He told a girl, his best friend for like 5 years, that he had a major crush on her, blah blah blah. She didn't feel the same way, and they
Yeah.
haven't talked in 3 weeks because of it. And now he's like, and on top of everything else, he got fired from his job. A bunch of other bullshit's going on. I was like, you got to stop letting all that shit affect you. Like, you get to choose how you feel about
Yeah.
things. You don't get to pick how other people feel. You don't get to pick what other people do, but you definitely get to, like, the only thing you get to decide is how your day goes. If someone cuts you off in traffic, you can choose to be angry and let that affect the rest of your day and just be upset because someone cuts you off. Just be like, well, shit, fuck it. They cut me off, so what? Be upset for 2 seconds and move on. Like, don't let it affect your whole day. That's giving
Yeah.
them way too much power over you.
And also, that person doesn't even know you're there.
yeah, exactly. Like
That person
like,
hadn't thought about
or
you
like
once.
some people will have a terrible day and want other people to have a terrible day,
Yeah.
and they'll walk into a room
Misery
and be
loves company.
Yeah, exactly. They'll try to get you to have a terrible day, but it is so. If you have the mindset of like, I'm just gonna be happy to be happy, like fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
It is so hard for other people not to be happy around you.
I used to have an angry customer, and every fucking week he was such a dickhead. And I usually got the other guy, the service manager or whatever, to sign, but the general manager was just a fucking dickhead to me every time he saw me. And one day he just looks at me, he goes, "I don't fucking like you," and I go, "I don't even know your first name, dude." And he just sat there and he got so fucking angry. And the dude walked away, and the service manager was like, "The fuck was that?" And I was like, "Fuck that dude." And I was like, "That's why I charge y'all for everything." And he goes, "Wait, really? You can control that?" And I was like, "I can pick what I do and don't charge you for as far as like lost shit." And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "I work with everyone that's nice to me, man. I ain't gonna work with someone that's a dickhead."
100%.
Yeah, like you're just fucking
Like-
yourself by being
Like, and
mad
that's
at
what
me.
I don't get is like, so I've worked in service a lot, like customer service, food, retail, doesn't matter, but I don't understand why people get so angry at those like service. Like you're there because you need their help or a service from them, and you're going to yell at them. Most of the time they're like 18, 19, 20 years old. It's the first job they've ever had. And like
It's people that just got power for the first time.
100%.
Well,
like,
I think people that react to and treat people like shit like that, they have no control anywhere else. Like,
Yeah.
This is the control
yeah,
they can-
they're that's the only
Oh, yeah.
only bit that they can throw is
Like,
right here, right now.
It's the same
Because
people that walk really slow when you're at Walmart or they go diagonally and just instead of straight across because the door's that way a little. It's like take their time. They have no control anywhere else. So this is a control they can have over somebody.
yeah,
It's that same mentality of
Oh,
like,
yeah.
fuck it. Like
There's this dumbass one day when I worked at Best Buy and Geek Squad. She came in to get her iPad fixed, and she had like one of those $1,500 iPad Pros. They just come out,
Yeah.
and her Apple Pencil wouldn't work. And she handed me her iPad, and I put it up to the diagnostics machine, and it was because the screen was shattered. And when the screen shatters on an iPad, they deactivate the digitizer that activates the Apple Pencil. For whatever reason, but it won't work unless you fix the screen. And she's like, "I don't need the screen fixed. I need the Apple Pencil to work." And I was like, "Well, Mel, you don't have Apple Care. Therefore, it's going to be $1,200 to replace this iPad that you bought without Apple Care." They're like, "I don't want to replace it. I want to fix the Apple Pencil." Like, there's nothing wrong with the Apple Pencil.
No,
It's your iPad.
that's freaking fine.
She got so pissed, she left, came back with a letterhead that she had emailed to the CEO, the manager, the district, everything, with her company's name on it. Okay, she brought it back with where she worked as the letterhead and gave it a copy to everyone in Geek Squad. And it was like, every time I come in here, everyone in here is so incompetent and bullshit and blah blah blah, and it was just, it was hilarious.
yep. Your wife is pulling up. I guess we need to end this, huh?
I mean, y'all can keep rolling if y'all want, but I do got to roll.
You gonna sign us out?
You want me to?
Do it. You do it. You
That's been this week's episode of the Terrible Table Podcast. Travis, it was fun hearing about your weight loss.
It's so
I like how
little
we got
about the
really
way-
deep at the end with the father stuff. I was like, damn, we should have been doing this the whole time.
we gotta
Were
we
you
gotta
thinking the same thing?
we gotta get better. We gotta get better at this podcasting shit.
We should have keynotes. But thank you for coming, man.
Yeah.
It's been dope. We'll see you every single Friday at Tiki Bar for the most part. So if y'all want to check out Travis G, he's got a hot 5 and he's working on a couple more. So
A heavy 5.
heavy 5. Hell yeah. Y'all come show him some love. He likes gossip. He likes watching people argue.
I love the tea.
He's a sassy woman at heart, and we love him for it.
And don't forget, Sphere Mint.
Sphere Mint. Like and subscribe or whatever the cool kids say.
That's it.
Love you, boys.
Love you, brother.